Yo, yo, yo. So let's get this set up straight. Are we live? Are we live? Are we alive? And what can we see? Is the question. Audio test, audio test. Okay. Let's see if I can get some things popping. Let's go to one of my videos, actually. Let's try that. They said my chat was supposed to be down here, but I don't see my chat. Oh, I have to be in here to see my chat. Okay. That's so weird. Alright, I guess I won't be able to see my chat. Whatever. Alright, let's see if we can get a video going. Which one do we want to watch, though? Let's see. Can we hear this? Nope. You hear?
His reflection ability is one of the most unique and powerful defense mechanisms in fiction, as it reflects any physical intent or malicious thoughts directed toward him.
Oh my gosh. Alright. I am the GOAT. I figured this out on my first try. Now I just need to figure out this comment stuff. I just got to figure out how to keep my... Oh, you know what? Maybe if I do it in OBS. I might have to do it in OBS. That might work. Where the comment section though? I got to sign in. Yo, why did they make me do this stuff? Complete sign in using your key. Ugh. This is a headache. Alright guys, bear with me. Trying to get these things set up. Trying to see my comments while we're live and stuff. Not sure why this is such a hassle. But it is. But we're gonna get through it. Because that's how we get through everything. What's good, Yonin? And what's good, Lightspeed? We're going to start as soon as I can figure out this comment stuff. But I can't figure out how to sign in. Why did they make this so complicated, bro? Come on. Complete sign in using your pass key. Enter your password. How's that the wrong password, bro? Alright, finally, goddamn. Yes, it's me. Thank fucking goodness. Alright, cool. So we can see our comments. Now I have to actually put this on YouTube. Let's go to properties. No, not properties. How would I do this again? Not filter. Alright, this is getting trippy for me. Alright, let's do this. Fit the screen. Cool. Cool. Alright, so we getting it. We getting it. So yeah, today we're doing a we're doing a smoke session. We're doing a smoke session, and we're going to be reviewing some other people's content. First off, the smoke session is going to involve going over some of my videos and basically critique of that. Let me see. Now the question is where to start. And why am I hearing an echo, yo? This is killing me. Alright. So yeah. Good. Here we go. Now I kind of want to just jump into the comments of this. But where do we start? Let's... And how do I make this bigger, bro? Come on. Okay, there we go. There we kind of go. Nigga said, "Oh, I thought we was literally smoking." That's crazy. Yeah, nah, I don't smoke, bro. No smoking for me. Gotta keep that body healthy. Where are the comments at? Alright. This is an actual headache. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my phone playing and have to look at the comments as they're going. That's what I'll kind of do, because this is actually annoying, to say the least. That's actually annoying. So we'll go back to screen share. Get this shit out of here. This is why I should have been doing this before, though. The screen. Okay, yeah. Let's just get rid of all that stuff. We're just gonna go to my YouTube and do it that way. So, first person we'll be addressing is One Smart Karibo. And I know he has a bone to pick with me as far as this Ada stuff. Let's look at that stuff first. And you know what? No. We'll do it like this. We'll just go down and look at some of the comments. Davs, 27 replies. Okay. So let's look at what Karibo's talking about here. Around 8:47, he says, what they should be saying is, in Bleach, Soul Reapers and Hollows have been hurt by crashing into buildings. lampposts, and other spiritual attacks. So pooling, but they're spiritual. I don't know what that is. Defense doesn't work by Bleach's own rules. Oh, so spiritual defense doesn't work by Bleach's own rules? Okay. And let's see what Neon said to this. Wrong. In Bleach, everything has a soul, including physical matter. This is a fact. All you had to do is watch the Bount arc. No, I'm sorry. All you had to do is watch the Fullbring Execution arc to find that out. So you're completely wrong. Wine has a soul in Bleach. Physical objects have souls in Bleach. That's why, for instance, Fullbringers can manipulate physical matter by manipulating the soul within those objects. Reishi. Reishi exists everywhere in Bleach. It's just that there's less of it in the world of the living. That's literally why Soul Reapers, Hollows, and Quincy's can walk on air by manipulating Reishi particles in the world of the living. This is true. Chad uses a lamppost to hit a hollow, but that's literally because Chad is a spiritually aware being. And even if that wasn't the case... Oh, hold up. Daemon Solo's Bleach, to be honest. Alright, we can talk about Daemon Solo's Bleach. We can do that. Let's do that real quick, actually, because he made some comments on that, too. We'll get back to this Ada thing, because I've been meaning to talk about that. And Yonin, I don't know if you've been seeing, but you've probably been seeing, bro, this whole new thing about Ichibei's abilities not working cross-verse. Literally the most brain-dead shit I've heard. Not literally. I've heard some dumb shit before, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. So real quick. So Karibo says the issue, we'll go to the exact thing. 11 minutes, 27 seconds.
Everything that happened between these 2 points can be reversed at Uryu's discretion. He doesn't target Daemon directly, he simply reversed the events within point A and point B. As a result, Daemon would end up getting hit by the arrow instead of Uryu. So unless Daemon's ability has some hidden facet that allows him to counter retroactive causality manipulation, Uryu's antithesis should bypass Daemon's reflection entirely, with the only real limitation being whether Uryu can survive the initial reflection long enough to activate the ability. So what do you guys think? Could antithesis counter Daemon's reflection, or am I reaching here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next we have you.
Alright. So, Yonin, I think you're the only one here right now. First off, tell me if the audio is good. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear the videos clearly? Is everything coming through sound? And then we can get to why One Smart Karibo has his issues and stuff like that. But is the audio good? Anything coming in and out? Etc., etc. And while we wait for that, One Smart Karibo says, the issue is point A is when Uryu thinks of firing the arrow. Even if Uryu is changing the past, that's still a present thought with the intent to harm Daemon. Also looking at a lot of the AoE ones, that doesn't work if they are already fighting Daemon. Kawaki is capable of wide destruction, Code grabs sleeping Daemon, and it's reflected. Oh, bet. Audio's fine? Bet. Yeah, so Code grabs sleeping Daemon, and it's reflected no problem. Now, the issue with that is, and I respond pretty much, I say, he doesn't have to think about him being Uryu. Uryu doesn't have to think about harming Daemon when activating antithesis. It's literally just reversing the 2 points that have already taken place. And the reason why Kawaki's AoE attack was reflected was because it was intended for and targeted at Code, who was using Daemon's abilities. So one thing that Karibo has to understand is that the reason that wouldn't be classified as an AoE attack that was like going to be effective for Daemon, or why it wouldn't even count towards Daemon as a feat for reflecting. And we actually talked about this on that one space, Yonin, is that if he has his ability active and he is in front of him, of course everything is going to rebound back on the person doing the attack. So this would not classify as an AoE attack. This isn't Daemon taking any damage from anything that is passively happening around him or anything like that. It's literally just his ability working the way it's supposed to be working. The attack was meant for Code. It got reflected. Point blank. Period. Alright. What else? Okay, he says, Well, let's play it. 12:35.
Daemon's parlor trick gets negated, and there's nothing he can do about it. Coming in last, we have our two Quincy brothers, Lloyd Lloyd and Royd Lloyd. Now imagine this. What if
Yeah, the Royd Lloyd and Lloyd Lloyd shit was kind of funny. He says, if Yuha plays around, he has no chance. Even with the Almighty, the future is altered by Yuha present intentions. Remember, the action doesn't have to occur, and the greater the intent, the stronger the reflection. Alright. So if Yuha plays around, he has no chance. Now, if that part is true, I'm wondering why, even if he has Almighty active, he would have a chance. Because it really shouldn't matter when Yuha decides to start playing around or when he doesn't start playing around. So that's it's interesting why he said that. He said, even with the Almighty, the future is altered by Yuha present intentions. The future is altered by Yuha's present intentions. That's not true. That's not true. Because he looks at the countless possibilities of the future and he can pick any which one is more favorable to him. So unless he's saying that like him altering the future in the present is a like intent, but even that's like something you would have to prove that's happening in the future. But we've already been over Daemon's ability doesn't work retroactively or having to deal with future possibilities or events. He can only work in the present moment. Then he says, remember, the action doesn't have to occur, and the greater the intent, the stronger the reflection. Yeah, so that one is specifically in line with his ability to reflect harmful thoughts or images or things of that nature. It's not just intent. We've already seen that proven, and I've broken that down in the video. That's not how it works. But yeah, man. Daemon. And you know what? Why we wait for some more people to come in here? If more people are going to come here. No, I'll save this for later. Because I might do a video on this. I'll save it for later. But for now, let's look at those two videos that I had saved. What videos we were going to talk about? Was it Eons? Oh, yeah. So, Espada versus Admirals. Damn, 23 minutes. All right, cool. So, yeah. Let's react to the Espada versus the Admirals. Haven't seen this video, don't know this creator. This will be a first for me. Lightspeed, did I say Daemon solos Bleach? Hell no, Daemon doesn't solo Bleach. The kid is cool. He's alright. His abilities are nice, but like as far as feats and stuff, the Naruto series is kind of ambiguous. Because you got to understand, especially with how I scale, I don't go off of statements unless they're backed by provable feats. And without statements, Naruto comfortably sits around like Mach 50. Without statements. So no, Daemon doesn't solo Bleach. He doesn't, I'm not going to say he doesn't come close, but like even his AP and stuff like that would be like, to me at least, unknown. And the reason is because Naruto is a verse where you don't have to scale to the people. And I got to stop saying that because people take that to mean a different way. When I say you don't have to scale to the people you're hurting, it's because people normally think Naruto has a universal energy system. Oh, you know what? Ooh, let's do that. That'll be fun. All right, real quick. There might only be two of you guys here, but let me ask you. Do we want to do a video review or break down why Naruto is not a universal power system? Because I've been meaning to discuss that, and this would be a perfect time to do it. I've been meaning to discuss why Naruto is not a universal power system, and this would be a perfect time. So we can either do that or watch the Espada versus the Admirals. But But anyways, let me continue that cipher. Have I seen Noodles? I know who he is. I've seen some of his videos, just like I've seen Seth the Programmer's videos. Yeah, I mean, I know who he is, but like I've never spoken to him. I've heard some of his arguing points. I'm pretty sure I've seen his debate with Swag Kage on Kakuzu versus Pain. Break down why Naruto is a universe energy system. Alright, bet. Let's do it. Let's do that. Do I have it up still? I should still have it up. No, not there. Not you. Get out of here. You see me not texting, chat, it's multitasking with 4 different things. Hey, you good, Yonin? I got you, bro. You straight. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. This is the first live. I appreciate all you guys pulling up. We're going to have some fun. Tonight's topic is why Naruto is not a universal power system. We're going to get into it. So, let's go here. Type in, what did I type in? Let's do Naruto Universal Energy. And let's see if we can find it. Because there's a whole thread on this thing. One Piece is definitely the weakest, in my opinion, out of the big 3. Oh, bro. All right. So, like, all right. See, One Piece is definitely not the weakest. I don't think One Piece is the weakest. I'm not going to lie, bro. It's probably Naruto as far as the verse, right? If like the top tiers, yeah, but as far as the verse, it's probably Naruto. It's probably Naruto. Real quick, I'm gonna try and find this video. I mean this this thread real quick, then we can break it down. Oh no, I'm not making a thread. What did I type in? Oh, you know what? It's on my phone. Let me see that. Excuse me. Asking, nope. Nope. Alright, what's it called? I just found it, guys. Let me see. KT's Naruto Chakra thread. Okay, where is it at? Damn. Things never work when you need them to work. All right, looks like I got a old-fashioned send it to myself. That's crazy. Embarrassing me on live. First time live. Damn thing's embarrassing me. Okay. DM myself. But yeah, just going into Naruto being the weakest. Like, so a big part of it for me is the fact that they aren't a universal energy system and that their durability does not scale to their attacks. That's important in versus battles. More important in my opinion, that's more important than certain hacks. Sometimes that's more important than overall AP. Like if you can't dish out literally what you can take, then it just becomes a whole list of issues. But all right, we found the thread, so let's get to it. I think the only way One Piece gets above Naruto is by scaling the One Piece planet to star level in size, but I also don't like One Piece. In fact, I hate it, bro. One Piece is fire. It's just so damn long. Pause. It's just so damn long. Now here's the thing with scaling the cosmology. I've never been a fan of scaling the cosmology and then scaling the characters to the cosmology, because 9 times out of 10, the characters aren't going to scale to the cosmology that they're in. That's just a fact. And I'll say this, I guess it depends on how you scale too, because I don't, when I scale, I don't look at creation as AP. Creation feats to me are not AP. The Naruto planet wouldn't even be able to contain Zunisha, or the amount of Sea Kings, thousands of kilometers in size, would cause massive damage to a normal Earth-sized planet. So the One Piece planets has to be above. Oh yeah, no. I don't think there's any question that One Piece is more than likely the biggest planet out of all the big three. I don't think that's up for debate. I think they are comfortably the biggest planet. But let's get into this universal energy system argument. And I want to just say this. I want to just say this because it was really funny when I found this out. I've been pushing this narrative for maybe about a couple months now. I don't want to say like years. I mean, I've always known this, but as far as having a channel, I wasn't able to put this information out. So when I found this thread and it kind of went in depth and was explaining the things that I knew but didn't know how to say myself, I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. What do you say? What's the fact that islands in One Piece aren't just island level in size? They're more like country to continental. That this is true. You don't think certain Bleach characters scale to their cosmology? So society planet might be larger. That's funny. So do I think certain Bleach characters scale to the cosmology? Probably if I to take a stance on it, I would probably say no. And it's because creation doesn't equal AP. You cannot get AP off of a creation feat. The most you can get, I guess, is the total energy, but even that, you would have to argue you can put all of that into a single attack. And then have that attack, extrapolate the AP from that, basically. If you want to scale to your creations, you would have to destroy as much as you can create in a single attack. That's a basic way of putting it. But let's get to this thread real quick. Destruction wise. Where do I scale Bleach destruction wise? That's a good question. That is a very good question. And I want to say that's probably going to have to come out in a formal video as well. And I have minimums, but overall, that would have to come out in a formal video. Because one thing with Bleach is that Reiatsu does actually scale to stats. And I'm going to say that again. That is important. That is an important thing for a series. If you truly do scale to the energy you are outputting, it doesn't mean you scale to your creation feats or anything, but it gives you more. It gives you more, what's the word? Leeway to say that you do at least. It gives you more room to talk to say that you do at least. Yuha sleeping passively holding up the 3 realms. That gives him more leeway to say he scales to that shit. I'm not gonna lie. It gives him more leeway to say he does. I would have to do some in-depth research to definitively conclude if he does or how that would work. But, it's better than Chakra, because Chakra is Chakra is an internal energy source, but it's not an AP gauge. It's not stats. It can become stats when used correctly and efficiently enough, but it's not your it's not like your overall base or anything. Sasuke will never be as powerful as his Susanoo. Naruto will never be as powerful as his full Kurama form. That's not how it works. Soul King bare minimum scales to the cosmology since he creates everything. Alright, yeah, so the Soul King, in my opinion, I think I can grant that. The Soul King absolutely does. Because we gotta understand that Adonais, he wasn't the first being alive, and he came after the Primordial Sea. Meaning the Primordial Sea has always been there. And I talk about this in the video. It's timeless, formless, etc., etc. But him showing up in the Primordial Sea and being the only one to cause such a major, drastic change to the world as a whole is important. Him being able to separate the universes into 3 distinct universes and then have those universes divided by the precipice world, which is an actual world, and the Garganta, which covers all of those things, yes, we can absolutely give Soul King the highest scaling possible, whatever that may be. We can give him the highest scaling possible, because he even then, and it gets even deeper, right? Because Ichibei says Soul King named me Monaco Osho. So then, like, that almost begs the question: did Soul King endow Ichibei with his powers? That almost begs that question. Soul King named me Monaco Osho, one who speaks the true name. That's what that means. And then he also separated life from death, 2 states of being, 2 states of distinct being. He created a whole different matter. He created different forms of matter for all the worlds. So yeah, Soul King gets the highest scaling possible. I'm asking if you think any character can destroy the cosmology, destruction-wise, in terms of that. I only say Yuha because it's stated with his... Oh, yeah. The only one who has universal DC is definitely Yuha. Yeah. Yuha, Soul King. I'm trying to think of anyone else. It's probably just Yuha and Soul King. Yuha and Adonais. Only ones I can think of. No one else has the DC to be able to affect the cosmology. But alright, enough rambling. Let's get into this Naruto Universal Energy System thread. And yeah. So this is by King Tempest. I don't know who this guy is, but shout out to him, right? He did a lot of work on this, and it's very well put together. I've read it a couple times. It's very well put together. So he says, I feel like I'm going to regret this, but fuck it, we ball. Hi, everybody. I'm King Tempest, and you're watching Disney Channel, low-key. As we know, Chakra is one of the poster boys of Universal Energy System throughout the history of power scaling alongside Ki and Dragon Ball Z. But we have standards, and I'm here to prove 2 things following those standards. Number 1, Chakra isn't a universal energy system. And number 2, ninjutsu doesn't scale to physicals. Ooh, he coming out bold. Let me read these comments real quick. He coming out bold. Ichibei has control over everything black. The Garganta would fall under Ichibei's power. That's correct. Ooh. Hey, Lightspeed, hold up. They ain't ready for that. You supposed to keep that one in the tuck, bro. They ain't ready for that. Hold up. So he would be Soul King level since the Garganta is just a primordial C. Ah. Alright. I like that. I do like that. Now, as a scaler though, it is my responsibility to be responsible for the things that I put out and for the things I say. I personally wouldn't go that level. Like, Ichibei would need feats for me from that. He would need feats. And we'd have to kind of see how it scales. Oh, you have a channel. Oh, bro, we got to link up. I didn't know you had a channel. Let me look at your joint real quick. I did not know you had a channel, bro. You know, I'll have to do it after the stream because it's not even letting me click on the thing. But let's get into this Naruto Universal Energy System thing. So, the standards of the Universal Energy System page for reference. Now, this is long, guys, so just keep with me. You know, I'm going to play some music in the background so we don't get, like, bored or tuned out. I'll play it, like, low, though. No, not that one. Not that one. Let's go here. It's making me sign in to Band Lab? What the fuck? Like, I don't have a membership, bro. Password login is temporarily disabled. What is going on? Yo. Alright. My stuff is just being really fake tonight. I can't log into my Band Lab. Nothing's working for me. Okay. Anyways, maybe this is a sign we don't need music. Fuck it, we ball. Where's the thread at? Anyways. Let's go. There are 3 steps for getting something accepted as a universal energy system. You follow the criteria of a limited energy system. Number 1, powers that scale to each other should, number 1, draw from the same source of power or can convert between the different kinds of power, use up a similar amount of power to each other. 3. Alternatively, it would also suffice to show that the user can invest similar amounts of power into any given technique, should they want to. 2. You follow the criteria of a non-physical energy system. 1. A character or the system they are using needs to fulfill all criteria for a limited energy system, but for all techniques. 2. They have to demonstrate or have reliable statements that all their supernatural or otherwise non-physical powers scale to each other in attack potency. Hence, an increase in power/energy should correspond to a proportional increase in the potency of their powers and abilities. 3. You follow the criteria of a universal energy system. 1. A character or the system they are using needs to fulfill all criteria for a non-physical energy system. 2. They have to demonstrate that they can channel their power through their own bodies in a way that quantifiably enhances them or otherwise allows scaling of their supernatural powers through their physicals. I guess 2 of 3, yeah. Hence, there should be evidence that an increase in power/energy should correspond to a proportional increase in the potency of their physical statistics. And then 2-3. In the rare case that this is relevant for scaling, the reverse should also be demonstrated, that a feat of non-empowered physical strength applies to the amount of supernatural power. Visual evidence of implication is not considered necessary. All right. Fancy way to say we're going over the universal energy systems meta and all that other stuff, basically. So let's get into it. What standard has yet to be followed for Naruto? Starting from the top, so the NPES portion is slightly, which I'm guessing is non-physical energy system. Portion is slightly weird in the case of Naruto. They don't have separate power systems. They have one power system that's split into several different ones. Chakra, Senjutsu Chakra, Biju Chakra, Six Paths Chakra, I Don't Care Chakra, etc. Chakra, etc. That is a true statement. When you think about it. And actually, you know what? I actually might disagree with this point, only because nature energy by itself isn't really chakra. People like to call nature energy the chakra of nature, but that's never actually definitively proven, right? That's actually never established if nature energy is the chakra of the earth. It's never said, it's never established. It might be implied with Rasengan Uzihiko, but like even then it's like, why not just call it the chakra of the planet then? If we're talking about Senjutsu. But yeah. Then he says, oh, hold up. Okay. So yeah, it's not like chakra and magic, but both draw from the same source, so they need proof to scale to each other. No, it's just chakra techniques scale to chakra techniques. Senju techniques scale to Senjutsu techniques. Now, here's the thread that got Naruto to be considered a universal energy system. Ironically, all the goons kept saying my name in it, but that's that. Now, a limited energy system. And we're not going to click on his thread. Let me read this real quick. You know, another thing about the Naruto power system is that they require chakra points to cast jutsu, so they are automatically nerfed by the limits of their body. They require chakra points to cast jutsu, so they are automatically nerfed by the limits of their body. See, like, we know that's true for gates, especially if you, like, and I guess for, like, the Kaguya and Madara thing where she took over his body and he couldn't contain all her chakra. So I guess that is technically true. But we haven't really seen them overload on jutsus. Not really. Now, where were we? Yeah, the mechanics of chakra work in that characters are shown to output chakra between different techniques. The average technique would be as strong as another average technique, with some techniques working slightly superior. This is the issue part. This issue is the part. The issue is this part. In the first portion of criteria, in order to qualify for a limited energy system and do scaling according to it, a character or the system they are using must have explanations or showings that indicate that the powers which should scale to each other draw from the same source of power, or can convert between different kinds of power. and use up similar amount of power to each other. Alternatively, it would also suffice to show that the user can invest similar amounts of power into any given technique, should they want to. And that thread didn't do so. Yes, the thread showed that there could be instances where people scale to each other's to other people's techniques, and very few examples of where people scale to their own techniques, but that isn't the point. It needs to showcase that they can invest similar amounts of power into whatever technique they wish, including their physicals, not similar amounts of AP, similar amounts of energy. Now, for me personally, I'd be looking for similar amounts of AP, but I mean, we'll get to my thoughts after. 1 second. Characters can output more power than they can withstand, is what I mean. Oh, yeah, absolutely. If that's what you're saying, absolutely. And that's, like, I don't know if you've seen my video, Lightspeed, on the Naruto versus durability, but we cover that extensively. That's pretty much the whole shtick, right? The Naruto verse is full of glass cannons. They can seamlessly put out exponential amounts of force, or AP, quote unquote, than their bodies can actually handle if they were to get attacked by that same attack. That's absolute fact. Now, the fundamental mechanics of ninjutsu. Guys, stay with me. This is important. Okay, we're gonna get to the good stuff. This is important. The first data book jutsu section is mostly translated on this page. We're not gonna look at that. I don't know if I need to read all this stuff, to be honest. Alright, let's look at this. Get Itachi out of your head. I know that this will be bombarded with Kid Itachi can shove out large amounts of chakra, and he based it on his ninja training, so everyone can. Get that out of your mind right now. First things first is that chakra is invisible, but larger and denser amounts of chakra can be visible to the naked eye. Same with Itachi. Itachi's technique showcase is a flex. Him being able to output that much chakra that it's visible is something that the manga directly shows. Isn't something casual. Okay, it's something that the manga directly shows isn't something casual. And no, he didn't have the Sharingan at that moment, so he wouldn't have been able to see it unless it was a lot. It is not what the average characters can do. It is not what the average... okay, cool. In the scans linked right before the same with Itachi part, we see that people outputting enough chakra to be visually perceived is a lot. Sakura, one of the best genin when it comes to having good mastery over her chakra, was surprised that Sasuke could put enough chakra into his hand to make it visible. Yet from the phrasing of the Itachi novel, that shouldn't be a problem. The showcase of Itachi is stated to be strong enough to even crush boulders, which is something that Part 2 Sakura level chakra control is hyped up to be able to do. From the damn hype text. Guy is hyped up to be able to do this. Let's look at what Guy's doing. So yeah, they're fighting Obito. And we see Guy on rocks. And he's able to crush the rocks. Obito sees this and says, impressive destructive power. See, this is crazy. We're in the middle of the war arc. Why is this being called impressive destructive power at this point? When you got Hirudoras and lightning blades and all this other stuff. Why is Obito calling this destructive? I'll tell you why. It's because this could hurt the shit out of Obito. But let's get back to it. Alright, in Dragon Ball Z or Bleach, characters can literally die using too much power or destroy everything accidentally by existing. Another fact. Lightspeed is on one. Facts. Narutoverse got no good durability scaling at all, bro. At all. But let's keep going into it. So yeah, Guy is hyped up to be able to do this to Obito, the man whose physicals were amplified by Hashirama cells, taught by Madara, and had the Rinnegan. Breaking a boulder was impressive destructive power. Naruto, after training with Jiraiya for years, was surprised that Asuma could throw a kunai through a boulder, much less shatter one. Let's go to this one. I mean, it would be easier and faster to just use those instead of cutting chakra through cutting weapons. All right. Let's you and me try throwing these chakra blades at the tree over there, okay? Why? Just do it. You'll see. Now, what's important about this scene? Why is this scene important? And I really wish I had found this scene when I was scaling the durability of Naruto characters, because this would have implicated the whole argument of chakra equals AP and chakra equals stats. I shouldn't have to tell any of you guys that Naruto, even in base, has more chakra than Kakashi. And it wouldn't be a stretch to say he has more chakra than Asuma, right? So this is Asuma's kunai, and this is Naruto's chakra knife, kunai, Asuma's blade. We see Naruto's chakra get stuck in a tree. It can't even pierce the tree. Practically, it might as well have did no damage to the tree, if we're being completely honest with you. We see Asuma's was able to not only pierce the tree, but pierce the tree behind it. So, this immediately kills the chakra equals AP. This immediately kills chakra equals stats. And I know not all Naruto guys push this, so if you don't do that, I'm not talking to you. But there's a certain sect of your fandom that thinks because you have X amount of chakra, you have X amount of AP, and that you should scale to it respectively. Well, we just seen the guy with more chakra did less damage than the guy with better chakra control. This should be fundamental at this point for power scaling. This should actually be a universally accepted and expected thing when going into conversations about power scaling. Why is base guy Kakashi keeping up with apparently FTL Naruto on that panel? See, and there we go again, bro. There we go again. FTL Naruto, right? Makes no sense whatsoever. But let's get back to it. This is important. I'm going to use this for my next video, probably. Not my next video, but the next video I do about Naruto that has to do with their energy system. I'm probably going to be using this because I didn't find it before, but this is a really important scan. So yeah, they were surprised that Asuma could throw a kunai into a boulder, much less shatter one. Now, I'm not coming here to say that Naruto characters are wall level. I am. I'm saying that loud and clear. They're actually large. They're actually around large building level, but they might as well be low wall level because that's what it would take to start like really hurting them. Wall level attacks. Not gonna lie to you. But voicing that they lack the capabilities for wide scale destruction from a young age. This is 5-year-old Itachi doing a 15-year-old Sakura level feat. It isn't realistic for it to take precedence over the showings of the capabilities of the genin from the manga. That's a good point because at least when I scale, we're looking for accuracy and consistency. Kid Itachi doing something is not the standard for the verse doing something, right? That's not how it works. When we go to Bleach and we talk about people doing things in Bleach, I look for repeated things or I look for consistent things that happen. Okay, cool. A Rankar can't get hurt with regular swords. People have to be in Shikai. Okay, cool. So we upscale from that. Like, that's what has to happen before you just assert certain things. Oh, Kid Itachi destroyed a boulder. Everyone should scale to 15-year-old Itachi. 5-year-old Itachi. Like, no, that's not how it works. Now, how would I explain this? The novel is secondary canon, not written by Kishimoto. It's canon that it fits in the timeline and that everything from it is solid to use, but if the manga says something that contradicts it, the manga takes precedent unless the author himself comes to correct what's truly accurate. Here's the thing with mangas and movies and stuff like that. Because a lot of times when I talk to Naruto fans, they'll always use the Toneri thing. And I'm like, in that same movie, they had Naruto doing the Shadow Clone Jutsu when he didn't even learn the Jutsu at that point. In that same movie, they had Naruto under a Genjutsu when Naruto is a perfect Shinchuriki who cannot get put under Genjutsu. That happened in that same movie, right? Like, just because it's canon doesn't mean it's right? Because we have the main source material, then we have secondary source material. If it contradicts the main source material, we ought not use it. So yeah. Ninjutsu outputting far more chakra than physicals. All right, here's where it's going to get good. Everything on here on down, it gets pretty good. Crazy how it took Naruto that long. Crazy how it took Naruto that long up to that point to barely put a kunai through a tree. Yet other Jonin. Oh, shonen? Yeah. Yet other shonen can easily wipe out mountains in a way. Bro, hold up. Yeah, hold up. Let's do this real quick. We're not gonna play games. Where we at? Naruto, a 15-year-old man child. Where is it at? I hope I have it up. I probably don't have it up. Do I have it up? I think I do. Hold up. Because we're not going to play games. Yeah, here we go. Damn it. I'm gonna find it. We're gonna go to when Ichigo first got his powers, when he's being trained by Kisuke. And it's hilarious because that 1 feat is far better than a majority of the Naruto Shippuden showings. That 1 feat. Let me see if I can find it. It took Naruto, grown child man, to throw a kunai through a tree, and he couldn't even pierce the tree. Embarrassing. What was it called? Kisuke. Chapter 72. Chapter 72. Okay. So if that happened, chapter 72. No. We want chapter 70. Probably 71 then. Let's see. Oh no, they're already in Soul Society. Okay, hold up. We're gonna find it. Because that's an absolute fact. We're gonna find it. Hey yo, don't judge me, bro. The ads on here be crazy, yo. It is not me. The ads on here be crazy. My man said Naruto has high outer durability. Yo, you gotta stop trolling. Alright, where we at? Alright. Yeah, here we go. Look, guys. This is Ichigo, who just became a Soul Reaper. Again. After having his powers, taken away from Byakuya. This is him just becoming a Soul Reaper. Look at this. Hold up. So he kills Urahara's hat. Look at this, yo. Is this not crazy? This is his first Getsuga. Look at this. This was a mountain. Or, I'm sorry, I don't want to call it a mountain. This was a large rock behind Kisuke. It is carved in two. And look at the depth. Is that not crazy? Is that not crazy, bro? Let's go back to Naruto. Let's check out your boy Naruto. Where he at? This is Naruto after his time skip. His kunai can't pierce a tree. After his time skip. Very crazy. Two different things. Alright. Maganata did you dirty, no library. Facts. Naruto had an entire part 1 and a half of second part to barely be building level. Meanwhile, 15 chapters in was destroying a mountain-sized Menos and one-shotting it without using his true power. Oh my god. Hey, yo, Lightspeed, bro. I'm going to be making a video on basically how Reiatsu works and functions. And Ichigo is actually crazy. He's actually ridiculous. Like, the degrees that he was being suppressed cannot be understated. Mind you, the incident that you're talking about with the whole Menos thing, Uryu thought Ichigo was maxing out his power the entire time. But then he said, no, that can't be right. If you were maxing out your power the entire time, you would collapse from exhaustion. That can't be it. So he concluded that his power must not even be on. Like, what? Oh my gosh, bro. It's going to get bad. Let's get back to this thread, man. I'm getting distracted. Let's get back to the thread. So, ninja outputting far more chakra than physicals. Here we go. One thing we do know about Naruto is that jutsu output far more energy than what is utilized from physicals. Something that I have been preaching since day one. Faucet, correct. Something that I've been preaching since day one. Ninjutsu output far more energy than physicals. This is an absolute fact. The first step in training is learning about tree climbing and water walking, which teaches you to build up and emit chakra for long periods at a time. In basic showings of jutsu for young children in the Uchiha clan, a regular fireball jutsu requires you to build up massive amounts of chakra in your esophagus, then breathe it out. Now, with Naruto's Rasengan training, it showcases that you need to output streams of chakra for ninjutsu. Said streams of chakra build his signature jutsu, the Rasengan. Him outputting streams of chakra for ninjutsu showcase that Rasengan's power isn't something that is easily replicable in the body. So that's another good point, right? Naruto does not walk around with the AP of a Rasengan in his body. That's not how it works. Chakra becomes energy. No, I'll say this. Chakra is energy, right? Chakra carries an inherent value, or else like things like the gates wouldn't be an issue. Chakra does carry an inherent value, but it doesn't become that crazy AP until molded, transformed with a chakra nature, and then transformed in a shape or something like that, and then released. But it's always expunged from the body before it becomes that thing. Even with the fire style, the fire's not in your stomach. You know what I mean? The fire's not in your stomach. No, it's chakra molded. Then you shoot the fire out of your mouth, but it's not in your stomach or like, automatically or whatever. People also fail to realize Ichigo has never been in base since he is in constant Shikai. Yeah, that's an interesting one. See, and that's weird because Byakuya said maybe there was no such thing as a base Shikai anyway. But Ichigo has technically always been in Shikai, which is really annoying. It's really annoying because then it kind of goes back to all right, what can Ichigo's Zanpakuto really do? Flame of Rebirth thinks his ability is actually holification. And I'm not mad at that because it's extremely unique, number one, and it would fit as a power because holification is literally a Bankai equivalent amp. So I'm not mad at that. But let's keep going. Where were we? Where were we? Okay. If ninja could apparently output large amounts of chakra into their limbs casually, Sasuke wouldn't need to use hand seals to focus the energy. If he can just easily punch and kick at that level, he wouldn't need to super focus to put chakra into a specific part of his body. Same with Sakura needing to do a jutsu to actually legitimately enhance her speed. This is true. In Bleach, in Dragon Ball Z, in even One Piece, which doesn't have a universal energy system, but it still applies, right? Your stats are your stats. In Bleach, your power is your stats. And here's the thing. I understand why Naruto was initially thought to be a universal energy system, because it acts as one in disguise. It's like a wolf. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. It meets all the requirements, but it doesn't do the things all the other ones are doing, right? For example, if you're low on chakra, you're slower. If you're low on chakra, your attacks are less potent. Well, that's because logically, that's because stamina is converted into chakra. So they go hand in hand. So if you're low on stamina, of course you're going to be slower. If you're low on stamina, of course you're not going to hit as hard. So it looks like it's a universal energy system, when in actuality, the chakra and the stamina are tied together, right? The amount of power / chakra that you have is never your stats. And that's the biggest issue with Naruto being a universal energy system. Let me get some water real quick. All right. So, that's something not showcased on the current profiles. As Sakura's punches and kicks as Sasuke's punches and kicks in his fist key, as his fists scale to his fireballs. Right. So, and let me say this, guys, because I had a problem with my biggest problem with Versus Battles Wiki was how they take truth values. That's why I really didn't use them as a credible site. Don't get me wrong, I've gotten some stuff from them, but if I can, I did my best to kind of avoid their type of scaling and methodology, if at all possible. I used them for my Ikaku video because I personally didn't know how to calculate the total joules for that attack. But beyond little stuff, I really don't use them. But this is actually making me more inclined to use them because we have honest people in their community. And I'm not saying he's honest because he's thinking what I think. That plays a big role in it. But for the most part, he's been right on everything he said so far. And that's just kind of what it is. So, if Sasuke can imbue chakra in his physicals, there should be nothing stopping him from doing that. Kakashi just took hits from him. He would know about his chakra capabilities from his physicals. This is correct. We don't get to see it. But yeah, during Kakashi and Sasuke's fight, Kakashi should have figured out all he needed to figure out as far as how strong Sasuke was just by exchanging taijutsus. That should have let him know exactly how strong he was. It shouldn't have took a fireball jutsu for him to be like, oh, well, that skill is beyond the capacity of any novice. This chakra shouldn't have developed enough to perform it yet. No. If ninjutsu was physicals, you would have been saying this about the strikes that were happening. Yeah. So let's go. Change in nature increasing effectiveness. A big thing about ninjutsu scaling to physicals is that the effects of jutsu vary between elements, making it superior than if you just blast out chakra, just like the chakra absorbing paper. How putting lightning makes it wrinkle, wind makes it tear, fire makes it burn, water makes it wet, and earth makes it crumble. It can be assumed that each showcase inputs the same amount of chakra, but we can all agree that certain effects are superior to others. This is showcased in everyday ninjutsu. Inputting chakra into your body would easily make it more durable based on how we treat chakra, yet just using earth chakra nature instead makes it much more durable than that, making them seem virtually invincible. And I'm guessing he's talking about things like Kakuzu's diamond morph. Yeah, see, what did I just say? Mind you guys, I haven't read this thread in months, but I automatically knew he was talking about Kakuzu's diamond morph because chakra doesn't inherently increase durability. I already knew that. Let's read some of these comments real quick. A large amount of chakra building up has no repercussions to the surrounding, unlike Dragon Ball or Bleach, where powering up could actually kill everyone or destroy the literal planet. Nothing in Naruto does. Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say this, Lightspeed. The closest Naruto ever gets to that, I think, is what? The Hanabi Bridge? When he's about to fight Orochimaru, the Hanabi Bridge, that causes some kind of damage, right? But like that's the only thing, and that's like the nine tails, literally the strongest Shinchiriki, the strongest Biju doing that. It's not like a fodder's doing that and having that effects, because in Bleach and in Dragon Ball Z, fodders can do that and have that effect. So it's not the same. Like even Eterard versus Ikaku. Eterard, when he transformed, he caused a massive explosion. Ikaku caused a goddamn tornado when he transformed. And they had to put a freezing area around so no one else got affected. Like, it's just different levels, bro. Alright. Which one did I click on, man? Okay, yeah. Makes it much more durable than making it seem virtually invincible. This is showed in Kekkei Genkai, how adding chakra would make you stronger, of course, but using boreal chakra nature instead makes it even stronger than that. Same with lava chakra nature. So yeah. Yeah, it's a boil release technique that raises the chakra to the boiling point in an instant and makes the strength of the whole body rise in a moment. And even this is a specific instance of this happening. People would be like, oh, look, Naruto used chakra to make himself stronger here. No. He used a Kekkei Genkai, aka boil release, to specifically do it. It's not regular chakra doing this. The verse cannot do this. This is not an inclusive thing. LOL. No one in Naruto ever cried about too much chakra about to destroy anything. Well, so like what people will use for that is, okay. I see what you're saying. My fault. I was about to go back to the person. Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. A person expelling too much chakra has never had any type of repercussions or effect. Wall level Naruto. Listen. It takes about wall level AP to really start hurting them. Like it starts at wall level AP. And that's just like I really want to go to the Ikaku versus Osama video, but we're gonna get through this first. So yeah, chakra would be able to enhance. This should show the Kekkei Genkai how adding chakra would make you stronger, but of course, makes it even stronger the same. Chakra would be able to enhance nerves and combat speed, but lightning chakra in nature does it to a much further extent. B could input lightning chakra into his pencils, turning them into weapons that vibrate, providing more power than the wind style. The nature alone provides an amp that is superior than regular chakra. This is true. So far, he hasn't missed yet. This is true. Just adding more chakra to a Rasengan would make a bigger, stronger Rasengan, but adding wind nature gives it a whole new mechanic. Also a fact. I think I think I think they say it's like exponentially times stronger with wind nature. They don't have the exact Yamato statement, but let me see. No one can withstand the impact when it strikes. Even so, it is currently only 50% perfect. Its destructive power, once perfected, staggers the imagination. Someone would actually take that statement and run with it, I guarantee you, and say Naruto is above concepts like imagination. I hate people. The wind change of chakra nature makes Rasen the most powerful. As its name implies, it looks like a giant shuriken, but in actuality, it is a collective entirety made up of microscopic little swords. Wind chakra swirling around the Rasen change their shape into blades and attack the enemy all at once. Yeah, it's a good jutsu. Rasen is a good jutsu. We liked it. So yeah, makes the Rasen the most powerful, implying the strongest Rasen shuriken, implying the strongest Rasengan that Naruto can dish out. Okay, yeah, is a wind nature one basically. And yes, it's directly stated that adding nature transformation amps power. Not the one I was looking for, but it's okay. It could be argued they just put more chakra, but that's false. Naruto did a whole specific training to strengthen the wind chakra that he utilizes. Outputting more chakra was the second training, while just making his wind nature stronger was the first one. Oh, you know what? Real quick, before we keep going, let me let the niggas on Twitter know that I'm live and having a smoke session so they can get smoked. How do I do this? How do I do this? Let's go here. Oh, I know what to do. I'll just go here. So yeah, give me a second, y'all. We about to be right back. Question is, how do I share a live? Okay, there we go. Now let's go back. Pull up with your disagreements. Yeah. Damn, I got 20 notifications on Twitter, yo. Craziness. But alright, let's get back to it. Parallel. Alright. What about Askin saying he'll get fall damage from falling from the Soul Palace to Soul Society? Alright, so like Askin, and I've said this before, bro. Askin is literally a gag character. If you look at all of Askin's interactions and moments, he's literally trolling. He's literally trolling about 90% of the shit he says. Oh my gosh, I'm lucky I didn't die from that rock hitting me. Oh my gosh, if we fall from here, we're dead. Knowing he damn well has fucking wings so he can fly first off. But like, you know, Askin is a goddamn troll, bro. He's a troll. Askin's the only nigga. Yeah, we're pushing the Askin agenda 2025. Askin's the only nigga to survive Oetsu's one-hit blade, which is a claim that he has backed up because it literally, he said tweet out wall level Naruto like shit. That's a claim that Oetsu backed up. He literally one shot all of them except Askin. Askin's not dying to no damn fall. When did Askin say anything like that, by the way? So it's in the I think it's in episode 32 of Thousand Year Blood War. It's when no. It's when Yuha starts to absorb Soul King. Askin basically he grabs the legs and be like, "Oh my gosh, if we fall from here, we're done or we're dead" or something like that. But yeah, Askin's literally been trolling the entire time. My rebuttal was always that Yuha Ryatsu had influence on him sustaining damage, but your point is valid. Yuha had... Let me read that again. Yuha Ryatsu had influence on him sustaining damage. Go in depth with that a little bit more, Yoni. Go in depth with that a little bit more. What do you mean by that? Okay. Now, where were we? It was directly stated to do the same as changing the shape of chakra, which is an increase in power. This shows that just changing the nature alone provides an increase in power, durability, speed, etc. Change in shape, increasing effectiveness. I don't know if we need that. Special techniques. Alright. So when it comes to their bodies, they should scale to it since they can produce it. This is an argument that people make. Naruto training hurt himself with his Rasengan as he was training with it. He burned his hand. So yeah, this is when he's training, first learning the Rasengan. He did injure himself, meaning his body couldn't withstand the power that he was putting out. right? That's exactly what that means. He literally can't tank his own attacks, basically. And he shouldn't, right? I think people got a misunderstanding about what Naruto was supposed to be. Naruto wasn't supposed to be a show like Dragon Ball Z, where might made right and power trumped all. It was supposed to be about tactics, strategy, planning, the little guy beating the bigger guy, the less powerful guy beating the guy who had more power, etc. That's the fucking concept of ninjas. You know what I mean? Being sneaky. Like, Jiraiya versus Pain is a great example of that, because Jiraiya is just a man. Pain has 6 bodies, and you could even call them immortal since they can all be raised from the dead from one body. Pain has 6 bodies plus his main body. He has the Rinnegan, gives him all the jutsu. He's a Uzumaki, so he's crazy chakra. Jiraiya is just a effing man, right? At no point, if this was like Dragon Ball Z, would Jiraiya ever actually stand a chance against Pain. It just wouldn't make sense. But since they're ninja, it makes sense. Read my one comment 4 above. Let me see what you got. Naruto characters still getting their 6-pack enhanced eyes taken from complete fodder kunais. Even with all the apparently blatant... Even with all the apparently planetary buffs and power mean nothing if you still get hurt by kunais. Facts. But what will be their argument, bro? The weapon scales to the user. That's what they'll say to that. But I got something for that. Can the Naruto fan explain this? Let's look at this real quick. And I hope I can review things live without like getting flagged. What is this? Cause they'll swear up and down that the I appreciate it, Yoni. They'll swear up and down that the light novels are canon. They'll swear up and down that all the adventures that Sasuke went on are true. All the adventures that Sakura did versus Kido are true, right? Okay, cool. Let's look at this real quick. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Oh no, bro! Listen, this is not filler. This took place during a novel. This event took place during a novel. It's not filler. And they say the filler stuff, and they say the novel stuff is like real. So let's get to it. So first off, this nigga turned on his Sharingan. Why did he turn on his Sharingan? Oh, I think it's possible to get smoked on stream for copyright. Ooh, you're right. All right. Anyways, you guys get the point. We're not going to finish this. But why is Sasuke boxing with a raptor? Why is he boxing with a raptor? Why does he need his kunai to beat it? Why couldn't he one-shot it? And why could it have damaged him? So many questions that I'm sure I will get unconvincing answers to. But yeah, Naruto got hurt by his own Rasengan. These are all the examples. I should have came to this video when I was making my video. Deidara got injured by a piece of his C1. If closer, it would have harmed him more. He was thankful that he kept the chakra level to C1, implying that anything above that would have hurt him to a larger extent. Facts. Look. So Sasuke tries to blitz. Deidara doesn't see him, but he notices him. Obito says, Deidara behind you. He throws a bomb at himself, basically, and he blasts. Oh, look, he did take damage. I somehow managed to escape, hidden in the bomb blast. Good thing I kept the chakra level to C1. So what Deidara is telling us here is that he doesn't scale to his higher forms of C4 attacks, or C anything attacks. He doesn't scale to it. Lightspeed, he can't genjutsu the raptor, I think because it's a reanimation. But that's literally unimportant of why he can't genjutsu it. He said, "Guess it's too powerful." Like shit. Facts. But yeah, this is just more blatant proof that you do not scale to your chakra attacks. Because Data is happy this wasn't a C2. Thank God this wasn't a C2. Right? Could have died from that, is basically what he would have said. This is the weakest technique of Data. The explosive force being toned down to the maximum extent. That means that it's the minimum yield his C1 can produce, yet it's hurting him to that extent. The third Raikage stabbed himself through his shield with this technique. Alright. So with this one in the third Raikage, I'll say this one, right? I'll say this. I'm more forgiving for this because at least this is a feat that demonstrates how AP actually works. Because the way his jutsu works is the more fingers he has up, the less potent it actually is. So him going down in fingers would actually make the jutsu more potent. And all this would mean is that the potency of his jutsu exceeded his own durability, which is fine. I'm fine with that because this is a blatant example of AP being compressed to the max point to where it hurts the actual user. This is fine. I have no issues with this. But, you know. I also elaborated on what I meant earlier if you scroll up. Okay, gotcha. Might have missed it. Oh, okay, I think I see you, bro. After absorbing the Soul King, his power skyrocket, which was felt throughout the realm, causing damage. Oh, yeah. You know what? That did happen. Yeah, after he absorbed the Soul King, all that stuff started to happen and take place, and his power was felt throughout the realm. That's true. That is true. That's a very good point as well. Deidara versus Sasuke got to be one of the most plot-induced moments in Naruto, besides Obito surviving 6 billion paper bombs. Let's look at that. Deidara versus Sasuke. On whose part do you mean? Do you mean more on Sasuke's or more on Deidara's? Because they kind of both had a lot of bullshit going on. Like, Deidara can fly, so there's no reason he should have lost or even been taken out of the air. So I can agree on that point. And then the whole fact of lightning style completely nullifying, earth style is very stupid. That shouldn't be how it works, honestly. Like, if the lightning made them less effective, I would be more happy with that than completely nullifying. That's a dumb rule. I'm not gonna lie, that's a stupid rule. Like, what beats lightning style chakra nature in Naruto? Deidara should have killed him. He had plenty of times. You know what? We might gotta look at that fight. But let's keep going. Naruto got hurt by his Rasengan being weaponized against him. I don't even remember this happening. Oh, this part right here. Yeah, yep. Naruto took damage in KCM form from his own Rasengan. Yep. Just more examples of AP not just more examples of durability not scaling to AP. Get some water. Alright. B and Naruto clashed with themselves and got hurt. See, these are really good examples because this is B in base and this is Naruto and KCM. Did they get hurt though? They got knocked back. I'm not going to say they got hurt by this one, but they definitely got knocked back. Oh, I forgot I made dinner. During the Warring Six period, Madara killed many ninja with their own ninjutsu by shooting it back at them. So yeah, we get the point, right? Ninjutsus do not scale to physicals. We get the point. Now, why is this all tied to all ninjutsu? Ninjutsu in itself is based on either shape transformation or nature transformation. If it's not one of those, it's not ninjutsu. Kakashi says that to create a ninjutsu, it needs shape transformation and or nature transformation. Most jutsu fall into one or the other. We see that changing the nature or shape of it changes the power and strength of the chakra in itself. We also see that ninja don't always invest large amounts of chakra into their bodies. This brings an issue that my conclusion will sum up. Okay. Chakra is used to enhance physicals. That is not an argument. And that's a fact. I say as much in my own video. Chakra can be used to enhance physicals, right? But it's not a perpetual stat enhancer. It's a limited stat enhancer. It's an energy supply. It is not AP. So yeah, chakra can be used to enhance physicals. That is not the argument. I want to dwell on. Oh, that is not the argument I want to dwell. I can't read, guys. That is not the argument I want to dwell on, nor is it a hill I want to die on. But chakra is not used to enhance physicals to the level of ninjutsu. Ninjutsu utilizes far more chakra than what they use to amp their bodies. And that chakra is amplified by external factors such as natures and shapes, which make it stronger than what their chakra alone allow them to produce. Creating ninjutsu. It's like wrapping yourself with batteries, then scaling to a microwave. Even car batteries allow a car to produce much more energy than what the car is being given to fuel. It should work here too. That's a beautiful example. He had literal bombs in Sasuke's cells and didn't use them in time because of plot. Yeah, again, that's true. Yeah, if you're talking about like that, then yeah, Sasuke definitely should have lost that fight. Like, had Sasuke not been born a lightning style type, GG's. GG's. But then again, it could also be said that if Deidara was by himself and Sasuke didn't attack Obito first, Deidara probably could have lost that too. So it's you know. Now, ninja are superhuman in nature. Kid Naruto could leap over high fences and Sasuke could blitz grown men. They can scale to ninjutsu through feats, like how Sasuke jumped clean through Yamato's wood, but they can't scale to ninjutsu because they both use chakra. Chakra needs to be removed from the universal energy system setting to the limited energy system. Maybe even non-physical energy system. Ninjutsu can scale to each other. They shouldn't scale to the users. So yes, that is the entire thread, and I implore you guys to look this up for yourselves. The name is KT's Naruto Chakra Thread Limited Energy System. And what Versus Battle Wiki has actually done is they did remove Naruto from a universal energy system. So we'll see what this means for their scaling overall. But as it stands, they do not scale. I'll say this. If you're using their website and you use their website consistently for Naruto, you can no longer say they scale to any of the things that they've produced because they don't scale to their ninjutsus. Let's go here. So yeah, we see it's currently accepted as a limited energy system. Seemingly, there was some discussion of it possibly being a non-physical energy system, but that conversation seemed to diminish as the thread kept going. So yeah, what energy system does Naruto currently have? This was probably the best decision that Versus Battle Wiki has ever made, because the evidence was right there in their face the whole time, but I believe this site was kind of filled with a lot of fanboys and people that just have like a lot of nostalgia for Naruto. And that's pretty much why it remained a universal energy system as long as it did. Fanboyism and sentiment and nostalgia. That's literally it. Now, if I'm going to review a video, I probably have to do what I with Kevin's content and have my face in there, which is not an issue. I don't mind showing my face. Let's see if we can get that going. How would I do it? Naruto L. Facts, bro. And this isn't even that like I hate Naruto or anything. Why I really go so hard on this is really because of the fans, right? It's the Naruto fans that make me go so hard on this. Make me go so hard on the anime. They turned it into something that it shouldn't have been, and they've tried to make it like other series when it's clearly not like other series. Now, let's see if I can add. What's it called? Video capture device. Yes. I don't know if you can see me. We probably can though. How do I make this smaller? Alright. So I should be able to be seen. To what degree though? I really don't know. No, you guys gotta see me on the desktop. I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? Mac OS. Browse, fly find. How would I do that? Transform order. Alright, well. Oh, you know what? I'll have to do it in the fucking app. That's what I'll have to do. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. Alright, we'll do it like that then. That's fine. Where is my YouTube? Okay. Cool. So we're going to do some video reviews now that we got that out the way. That was fun though. I've been meaning to talk about that universal energy system stuff. And I still might make a video on it just to extenuate my point. Pretty sure I used that word wrong, but you guys can ignore that. I know we're cool, so. How do I zoom in? Go here. Oh no, I gotta hit interact. Wait a minute, I don't see myself though. Yeah, give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to figure out how I can watch videos without getting flagged and all that other stuff. Preview scaling. Why did they make this so complicated though? Transform, fit the screen. Yes, fit the screen. Cool. Video capture device. I have to move this up, I think. Not that much up. All right, I need some confirmation. Can you guys see my face? First off, that's what we got to figure out. Because I can't see my face. Can we see my face? Anybody? Can we see anything? All right, wait. Can you still? Well, okay. You can see my face, but I can't. I needed to be showing like on the actual video though, because I'm really not trying to get like flagged for copyright. So I needed to like be like a reaction type thing. And I did it before. It's just been a long time since I've had to do a reaction video. I'm not sure how to layer it. What did I do before? I don't want to look it up though either. That might take some time. Do I have to take off the screen capture? Video capture device. Let's remove this actually. Let's do it. Video capture. Yes. Yes.